earlier that you're planning to change the negative image of e-gaming in the country. How do you plan to do that, and what are the advantages for possibly for the parents out there who have a negative impression in gaming?
Yun. Thanks po, Miss Kid, for the question. And we believe that esports in gaming has evolved through the times. In the past, as I mentioned earlier, it's really kaka-computer mo yan. Really has this negative connotation wherein anything negative or anything bad re-relate nila sa playing games or playing or using their mobile phones. But in the past few years, our Filipino esport talents have bagged several championships, bagged several gold medals in SEA Games, and have proven themselves that gaming and esports can be a sustainable career. There have been headlines wherein our pro esport players have established their names and have created their own brands through gaming. And we believe that this can be replicated and emulated in a local level wherein esport talents can be considered as champions because they will represent their city and municipality in the national stage. And if they win, it will be a great story, and partners and brands who will align with their journey will receive the same kind of positive image and positive type of coverage for them to help grow the esports scene here in the country.
Thank you, thank you.
Next.
Yeah. Hi. Do you plan to... Sorry. Okay. Ito na lang. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Rol.
Okay. Do you plan to involve or at least approach our celebrity gamers like Kate mentioned earlier? We have so many. Like Alden, like sila Eric, Eruption, and all of them.
Kung libre po. But yeah, it's one of the phase of the roadmap that we think would be helpful for us to reach more people. Particularly these influencers has given a positive impact on the scene. And with their help, we believe that it will give us more coverage and mileage in terms of the message that we want to spread in the Philippines. Right now, we're focusing on grassroots esports organizations and communities. But in the future, we will definitely partner and collaborate with these influencers and the famous artists who are in the gaming as well.
My last question, what differentiates a mere gamer from an esports athlete?
So esports basically means competitive gaming. So if you're an esports player, if you compete in tournaments, if you play under a team, or if you're competing in matches in terms of if there's prize money or if there's
So that makes
what do you call this? If there's a competitive side of it. For a gamer, these are more casual people who only plays games for them to spend time or to...
for enjoyment.
For enjoyment lang talaga. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but according to one study, the Philippines is number one in terms of number of gamers. So 95.8% of Filipinos ages 16 to 64 have played games. So in terms of the market, in terms of the population, the Philippines is one of the biggest worldwide. And we also want to tap that gaming community for us to be able to really push our narrative that esports can be a good thing.
Thank you.
Tatanong ko lang kasi ang pinakaiba ng esports ay e-gamers, malayo. Napakalayo.
Sa esports and
EPalarong Pambansa. E-games, mga e-gamers, mga gamers, malayo yung ano nila, magkaiba.
in a way, esports can be, e-gamers can be esport players, but esport players sometimes do not overlap in terms of definitions of e-gamers. So when we say esports, they are the ones who compete in an environment wherein there is prize pools, wherein they are playing under a team. But if you're a gamer, then you just play mostly casual.
Kasi di ba parang pareho sa katulad sa ML, di ba? Team din yan. So ano siyang pinakaiba nito sa EPalarong Pambansa?
So, EPalarong Pambansa is a tournament platform where we provide opportunities for teams that will represent cities and municipalities nationwide.
May sariling games kayo?
Now, we will include 5 games in total.
Valorant.
3 mobile games, which includes Mobile Legends,
Oo.
League of Legends Wild Rift, and Call of Duty Mobile. And for PC, we'll have Valorant and League of Legends PC.
Naging malaking tulong ang celebrity para sumikat yung mga YouTubers. Katulad ni Alden, talagang siya ni Alodia, Gosiengfiao, di ba?
Alodia.
Karamihan din ngayon ng mga sports-minded na celebrities, gamers that are you willing na kunin din sila bilang endorser o celebrity para magbigay ng promo sa inyo?
Yes, and I believe their contribution to the gaming space has been really positive in terms of creating this image that gaming and esports, in particular gaming, is not a bad or a negative way to spend time. And through their influence, most of the people who are not familiar with these games get to see what they see as well, and can see the potential of providing more opportunities. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with B-Wise, who is one of the most famous pair in terms of esports in the country. But they started as gamers, but now they're also influencers and one of the superstars in the esports space in the country. So we aspire to create that type of reach in terms of local and grassroots level.
Thank you.
Alright?
Ay, sorry, madam.
Oh, di ba open ang sports? Entertainment pa lang.
Okay,
Hindi
last
magkano.
question. So, you're planning also internationally, di ba, maglaban-laban. So, how would you prepare the local EPalarong Pambansa gamers? Kasi yung mga gamers talaga, they're talagang naglalaro talaga sila.
Dibdiban.
Hindi, nakatutok sila ron. Eh, sa EPalarong Pambansa, hindi din ba kailangan tumutok ka rito?
Yeah, and I think one misconception about esports is that you only play casually, but when you're an esports player, the same routine, the same type of training, the same type of team building and preparation is needed para maging best ka sa industry. And one way that we see EPalarong Pambansa can sustain this is that we can, since we'll be creating grassroots esports ecosystems, this will help the teams at the local level be able to compete at a more at the bigger stages for them to experience and for them to be able to get that same to experience yung level at the higher and the bigger stages.
Yan, di ba tinitigalan?
Wally, taga saan ka ba? Saan ang probinsya mo? Ha?
Iloilo.
Iloilo. Ano ba? Nag-champion ka sa Iloilo. Nalaban ngayon ka sa kalaban ng Cebu. Ngayon, sino mananalo sila? Laban ngayon pag sa Luzon. Ganon. So, ang mananalo talaga, they represent the country, will be the champion of the champions.
Sa international.
Okay,
Yes.
good afternoon po. Tanong ko lang, ito bang EPalarong Pambansa, first year po ba to or dati nang ginagawa?
So this is the inaugural EPalarong Pambansa, and it's modeled after our Palarong Pambansa. As I mentioned earlier, we've been doing Palarong Pambansa since the 1940s, and through Palarong Pambansa, we've trained and scouted the best traditional sport athletes. However, unfortunately, the Philippines has recently just bagged the first gold medal sa Olympics. So, whereas sa esports naman, it's a new industry, but the Philippines has been one of the best globally. Back-to-back world champions tayo sa Mobile Legends. we've exported talents in other esport titles, including Dota 2, Call of Duty Mobile, and Valorant. And we've also been seeing a huge trend of Filipino gamers who are excelling in terms of not only competing but influencing other Filipinos to play games. So it's a huge industry, and we hope that through the inaugural EPalarong Pambansa, we can build back from the grassroots and be able to maintain and or even evolve the esport athletes that we have right now.
So sir, kumbaga, national meet po mangyayari, no? Pero exclusive po ba sa mga Pinoy lang to, or yung may lahing Pinoy pwede rin ba?
So right now, our only requirement is that the players need to be residents of cities or municipalities. So we want to create that hometown pride feeling, wherein kami ang nagre-represent sa town namin sa national stage, and we want to bring glory and we want to bring prestige through esports. And but we hope that through EPalarong Pambansa, we can scout talents that can compete in international games.
Ano po to sir, individual lang or may team competition po?
So every game that we choose have team components, so it will be team games.
Yung mga sumasali internationally, no, malaki po ang cash prize. Dito po ba meron din silang makukuha ang cash prize, yung winners?
Yeah, definitely po. But we're still waiting from the sponsors na mabibigay ni Rolly sa amin. Para
Sa'yo pala
maka-determine kami kung
Sa'yo pala
magkano yung
nakasalalay
finals,
Sa'yo nakasalalay.
reward sa prize pool ng EPalarong Pambansa. In Rolly we trust.
32 more sponsors are coming.
Ayun.
Mamamahagi kami ng gift pack sa inyo lahat. Para sa amin. Kasagad.
Pasulat nyo guys sa 32, sabi ni Rolly na sponsor.
Sir, last na lang po, kailan po start ito at yung mga interested, paano po sila makakasali?
So we just started the launch, but the main event proper, the qualifier stage will begin in June, wherein we'll have 4 regional legs. We will divide the Philippines into North Luzon, South Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The top 4 teams from each regional leg will then proceed to the group stage, wherein the ranked 1 teams of each regional leg will compete with the rank 2 and lower of the other regions. And yung top 2 from each group will then proceed to the playoffs in August, and the finalists will be flown to Iloilo for the grand finals.
So paano po yung mga gusto tumali at gagawin po nila? Yung mga gusto mag-participate?
To those who would like to participate, they can follow the EPalarong Pambansa page, wherein we're looking where they can apply as the esports coordinator. The only thing they need to do is to ask for the approval ng SK President nila. So once okay na sa SK President nila, they can then appoint teams that they will choose to represent their cities and municipalities in this game's EPalarong.
Thank you po sir.
Likewise, sir.
Congrats po sa inyo.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Entertainment, meron pa?
Okay na.
Panood po yung
Babalik
32.
na natin. Simulan natin sports, no? We sana open